Stock down about 0.75% already today. Also down 0.75% is Netflix. Blew through some support levels we were talking about last week. Has it become like the short now? It was the leader in the group, and now is it the short in the group?
Well, ever since that red dog reversal that you like to roll your eyes to also, which is an outside day technical bearish pattern to take notice, it's been a great short for traders. If you look at it here to show you, Netflix has been a winner, huge winner, but you know, short term, this is what traders were looking for. That push through, break down, closing the lows, and then more follow through. So I would watch here for the a 244 if it were to get below this. I think ultimately Netflix should get down to 230, maybe around 225. So you could add to the
shorts here, or you want to see what it does right at this level?
It could hold for a bit and then could go lower. I would have liked to have seen you either get out here or short here. Now that it's down almost 30 points from the high, it's a little bit more tricky. I wouldn't be a buyer just yet.
All right, Amazon trading at around 186. What does it mean, though, that the retailer is holding up well?
At this point, it doesn't mean that much because it's also in a bearish pattern. Every time it tries to hold support, it bounces a little bit. This is holding above some key moving averages. It tried to hold the 100-day. It looks like it's going to go below. This Amazon, again, here's your exit, guys. Here's your ascending channel, potent down day. That's your advertisement to say get out, something changed. Couldn't get back above it, went below this 190, and now it's holding around this 182 area. I do think that if this correction stays in place, we're going to see about 175 on Amazon before I think you can get back involved.
All right, let's go to Cena. We've been following this very carefully. Just down again today, about 1.25% already. I mean,
this group is just battered and bruised.
It tried, right? It tried last week.
It's been trying, and it's been like the road to the 200-day, just like everything else. We're saying, can these things get to the 200 days? Now they're here. And they don't seem to be bouncing so hard off of it, so you have to be careful. That just shows you how bearish of an environment we could be in. Here's that Sana. Here's your upper pennant, broke to the downside. Get out. If you missed that, here's your bounce to retest it. Wow, look at that engulfing bar. And now we're at this 200-day. If this 80 area does not hold, we could be seeing today around 74, 75. But I'm going to be looking to see if it could show us some relative strength here. A lot of these have been beaten down. I want to see with these negative futures, can leaders bring us out of it? If that happens, maybe we hold for the day or so. So I'm watching this close for opportunity.
But Baidu actually ended Friday up, so I wonder if that, since that's usually the strongest stock in the Chinese internet sector.
Well, Baidu I'll probably go to first because there is more quality, there's more institutional support. It's a little safer. Sina's been a little nuts. So I will see if Baidu can go from negative to positive, and then if other stocks in that group could join the scenario as a sector. So for Baidu, you take a quick look here. It also, all the way down to this 200-day, look when it broke the support of 146. Feels like yesterday, but it wasn't. It was a long time ago. And now we're at this 200-day, 114 is really big. If this doesn't hold this little area here, you're going to see a gap fill down to this 110 to 107 zone. But let's see if we can get a trade there for cash flow today with these negative futures.
Trades with cash flow. Let's go to some quick hits we're looking at. Goldman Sachs, after almost a 1% rally on Friday, what do you want to do? You want to short here, or you need to stay clear?
I've been staying clear. I've been trying to play little balances because I'm trying to see if it could be sustained. The banks, again, have been acting a little bit better, a little relative strength, but they've been so battered and bruised, it's hard to make out whether or not it's compelling or not. If you do look here, it's below the 200-day moving averages. It bounced off this low. You know, I would not really be looking to see if anything gets aggressive here until we get above this little trend line here at 139. Then you know that maybe there is some real relative strength, not just like a dead cat bounce because they've been so battered and bruised.
Right. And what about WYNN around 129, 130? What's your strategy with this one? I know you were playing a lot before.
Well, WYNN, we said get stopped out when it broke that upper range. Guys have been leaning on it short. It's been a great short. I've been avoiding it just because I've been trading other things, but just to show you what you should have seen here, this was that break. You don't see much of a rally here. If this were to break about what is this, 128.15 and gets below it, guys are going to probably short it, and you might see a move down to this 119 to 120 area, which is a much bigger support. So I don't see much of a bounce. This looks a little bit bearish still.
All right, we have a few stocks and not too much time. We want to go to LULU. Lemon bounced more than 2.5% on Friday. If you missed the bounce, you got to stay clear.
No, this is on the watch list. Lulu's been acting very well.
Watch list to get lightly invested?
Yeah, lightly invested, and if the market does pick up a little bit, this chart looks like one of the better ones. What it has to do, it has to break this descending trend line, gets above 95, it could get a bit friskier.
All right, let's go to First Solar. You know, popped on Friday after an upgrade, but today I saw that Citi was lowering its price target. I feel like this is a conflicting thing, right? Because oil prices come down, maybe alternative energy is not as sexy. First Solar is always like the first go-to alternative energy, but then always winds up petering out. Well, what would be your trade here?
Let me take a look. I haven't been trading it, but I know Mark actually was looking at it last week. This actually broke above this small descending channel. I think it has to stay above this 118 in order to stay in the game to show relative strength. As long as it stays above 118, it could see some upside. But in a market environment like this, I hate the concept stocks.
Right.
It's hard enough to get the ones with the earnings, the girth, the excitement to go, let alone concept stocks that are time and place down the road. No one wants fluff right now. They want quality.
Not to mention that solar energy is just more expensive, so it's hard to kind of catch on. Let's go to Schlumberger. Has it come down enough that you want to buy? We're down almost 1% already today.
Last I looked, it was at a big support level, which was going to be very crucial, which we're going to look right here. We remember we talked about this, 80 area. To me, this is a bearish pattern. You have, again, we talked about descending trend lines. It's hovering below. If this were to start breaking below this 80, it could see a move to about 76, but obviously we're going to need some market pressure for that. So that will be a key stock to watch for the OAHs.
And one more quick stock, and then we've got to round it out here. We got to go to Molycorp. Got 2 upgrades this morning. Would you be trading it today?
If it holds higher with the futures down, I'm going to look for a trade here. It was upgraded by I think Piper. It tried to find
Piper and JP Morgan, yeah.
Oh, both of them. Okay, and it's trying to hold. Sorry, this 200-day moving average. I think this is one to look at to see if it could stay green. If they sell the upgrade, then you know it's